start because I don't want to record for like 30 minutes for it to be shit. So,
well, I've logged out of everything but this, apart from a weird story I found. So,
okay, we're just gonna have your weird story because I can't open up another tab. Okay,
that's okay.
Okay, right. Welcome to this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
I'm James, and I'm slightly afraid of speaking because, Salty Tadpoles, we're experiencing weird and wonderful technical stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's like, what, third, fourth week in a row? It's doing my nutting, everybody. Absolutely doing my nutting.
Yeah, I think what's happened is, despite what we've been told, one of our potential guests has hexed us.
Yeah, I think that might be the case as well. I don't really believe that he would do that. No, if he's sitting there thinking that, yeah, we don't really believe that. No. But so this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode this week because we don't want to record for a long time and it be useless.
Afraid.
Yeah, I thought Halloween was last month.
We don't know what happened. What will work will not work.
Yeah. Well, we sat here for a good half hour trying to work out if this had worked. And then we were having real big technical issues. So, I mean, guys, you're either going to hear this or you're not going to hear this. And if you don't hear it, you're not going to hear me tell you that you're not going to hear it, you know? But honestly.
We're telling ourselves.
Yeah. Honestly, though, we are trying. We are trying. Even poor James is sick and he's trying.
Yeah. What we've done is actually we've gone through about 2 or 3 different attempts to run this through clean feed.
Yep.
And we keep getting kind of like either delays from one side or the other, or both, or crackling from one side or the other, or both. So yes, it's interesting. But anyway, let's persevere. Let's run with the possibilities that this will work. So, Gemma, what have you been up to? How's your week been?
Yeah, it's not been bad, thank you. Well, I say that, but, all I can think about is, this computer's doing my head in. But, yes, it's not been too bad of a week. I went into the office for half a day, and that nearly killed me, to be honest, because it was, I felt awful when I got home. Mm-hmm. I literally burst into tears because I just felt so exhausted and so awful. But, so, and I had a funny turn on the way home as well, which luckily I was able to pull over to, so, I felt really sort of dizzy and a bit faint sort of thing. Yeah, which, that's always fun, especially when you're driving. But, it worked out. It went all right-ish. Being actually in the office was all right. But, the actual experience of driving home really sort of made me a bit anxious, but there we have it. So, yeah, I don't think I've done really anything else this week that I can think of, but yeah. Well, how about you? And then I'll just interrupt you if I think of anything else.
Well, as I was listening to you speak, I am having to snort, not actually snorted, but certainly take long, hard sniffs of Bulbasaur and other things, because for some reason I'm really, really bunged up at the moment, which is, you may or may not be able to hear my voice, but it's not a pleasant feeling. It's not as bad as it was, because I had a hell of a cold that hit me a few weeks ago, that really hit my chest. I've still got it as a problem with my chest, but it's thankfully not as bad as it once was. But yeah, I mean, other than the annoyance of feeling ill, I've spent a bit of time with Dad. He's okay. He's got himself a new car, so I was helping him sort things out with that. And it's generally just been nice spending some time with him and seeing him. Caught up with a few of my friends, not in person, but just having a chat with them, and that's always good. So yeah, things haven't been too bad there. And we're now hitting that kind of I think we've hit winter now. Yeah. So we're in the kind of, we've ran through autumn. That's happened rather quickly now. Everything's withered and dying on the trees. So yeah, it's rained a lot as well here. I know we turned it to weathercon, or I have with that comment, but it has been absolutely peeing it down on certain days, which is very annoying. But with the death of leaves and trees, I'm sure our hate child Jim will be happy. But I think he's probably sleeping in the cupboard at your house at the moment.
He is, yeah. Funny enough, he's under the weather at the moment as well. It's really odd that you would be under the weather and he would at the same time.
Obviously, he's feeling for his dear father that he's not not well, and he's feeling with us. But I suspect Jim he's had fingers in many pies. That could be why he feels ill. I think he's probably just worn out, the poor lad. Because I think with the way things have been of late, with people dropping off the proverbial purge, it seems to have happened very quickly. But I can't step into our boy's domain. It's up to him to pass on this kind of news. So I think we'll let him hold on to this information.
Yes.
He does keep sending me text messages telling me that he hates me. So I'm assuming he can't be feeling too bad. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything else from Jim though, or the hate messages. So
no, absolutely not. No, that's his way of expressing that he loves you. Actually, not because he hates you. He actually loves you, but he can't say the word love.
Yeah. No.
Oh dear. Poor thing. But yeah, he's been a bit snuffly as well. But I did give him a nice bath when he got here. I think that was the problem. That was why he was all slimy, because he hadn't actually bothered to give him a bath. You dirty bastard.
The thing is with Jim, I envision that he doesn't warrant a bath. What I was trying to do was get him to be outside where I could just use the power washer on him. But he didn't seem to take that very well.
See, you have to use a bit of TLC, sometimes, James.
That's why it's better living with you.
And not the "Don't go chasing waterfalls" version.
Yeah, with me it's just tough love, whether he likes it or not. So,
and I think the real question on everybody's lips right this second is: did you listen to last week's episode?
I did, and it only enforced the need for me to send more GIFs and messages with thumbs and other things. Yeah. Well, that's why I was responding in the way I was to you. The questions, I'm like, yep.
Yeah. Yesterday, I just got a thumbs up when I had 2 questions. I was like, how am I supposed to know what that means? And you were like, well, of course it means I'm available, and it means that any time. And I was like, how do I know that? I'm not in your head.
You don't want to be in my head. I don't want to be in my head. It's a scary place to be. I think like the fact that even in my absence, it turned into medical corner. You and Andy was discussing various health issues.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't, because obviously I've referred to the friend who's got the skin condition thing that I've got, and I wasn't expecting Andy to actually say it was him, but good for him that he did, But yeah, we had a right laugh last week. It was really good fun. And then James is back this week, so I guess it's all going downhill from here.
It's all, it's no fun and humour. It's now going to be like, basically a car on a very steep hill. The brakes have gone. The gear stick's gone, so you're just coasting down at high speed, completely out of control, which is a metaphor for me on the podcast and my life. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's just very northern, isn't it, really?
I assume it certainly is. I probably wouldn't say it's not. I think that's unfair on the people in the north to use me as an all-encompassing thing. I think it's just my craziness and madness, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we love you, really,
Yes.
Yeah.
Apart from Jim, who hates me.
Well, you remember he can't express love. So
that's true.
If he's expressing hate, what follows quite closely to hate? Love. So,
Really?
That's his way.
See, yeah, with him, I'd just tell him that I have no strong feelings either way about him.
That's worse.
If I was, I'm like the people on Futurama. I'm on beige alert with him. So, I have no strong feelings either way.
Oh, that's good in some ways, I suppose. At least you're mutual. Well, should we get into our codswallops if we have any codswallops this week? Oh, actually, sorry. Before we do
Go
that, sorry, Andy has a follow-on question. You know,
Okay, for me or in
for
general?
you, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You know how we did Would You Rather on last week's episode?
Yes, I remember some of them. Truly disgusting answers and questions, but yes.
Exactly. Well, do you remember the one where it had a song involved?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do vaguely, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll sing it to you because it's been stuck in my head for the last bloody week or so now.
Okay.
But it goes, drive, drive, drive. It's so good to be alive. I've forgotten the rest of it. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I just I'm going to say that I'm putting out a call out to all the salty tadpoles. Gemma needs her antipsychotic medication.
I just need more of it. I've got, I still take some, but, I need more of it. But anyway, that song, which has been in my head for ages, and I didn't quite sing it in tune then, I don't think. But anyway, so Andy obviously said to me at the end of the episode, would I prefer to listen to every song is a Coldplay song?
Yeah.
Or,
I remember that, yeah.
or I have to listen to that in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I still am on a fence as to whether I want to listen to a Coldplay song all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I want to listen to that song all the time. So I have this theory that I'm just going to get a shotgun and kill myself if that's the scenario that I have to live with.
Wow. That's definitely not all yellow then.
Yeah. But his follow-on question is, right? So you either have that same song in the background, so the drive, drive, drive one, or every song you listen to is a Lily Allen song.
I thought it was going to be Lily Allen.
Yeah.
I think I must have my powers. See, on Lily Allen, it's interesting. When I was this is a few months ago, I was at the Barbers, and it was commented that the only one of her songs I like came on, which is The Fear. And the problem is that then sticks in my head, but I know for a fact that it wouldn't just be the one song of hers I like. No. I'd end up having listened to all her stuff, and she just gets me really wound up. It's not even so much the music, it's just her as a person really, really annoys me. Yeah.
I think that's the same with me with Chris Martin, to be honest.
So, what am I going to have to do? Oh my God. I might have to go with the weird Drive, Drive, Drive song because I don't think I could quite handle getting as angry as I would with Lily Allen.
No, I think I'm in that kind of same scenario, and I'm thinking, well, the other side of it is as well, if it's playing only in the background, so it's only quietly in the background of my brain, right, going round and round and round. So all the time though, that's the only problem. But surely, with the fact that I love heavy metal music, I can drown that noise out by turning the volume up on my music. Would that work?
Or you could just do that and deafen yourself so you can't hear anything.
I mean, there's that. That is a little bit less dramatic than a shotgun, I suppose, isn't it? I'll never be able to do editing again, though, so you have to do all the editing. No.
There is a medical condition, I believe, where you actually get something stuck in your head as a piece of music and it just you keep hearing it. It's like it's a mental health issue that really can mess people up. So,
okay.
We're stepping into potential real medical
zone.
Stuff here.
Yeah.
So, any salty tadpoles who have a medical degree, please tell us if there's any way to get around this. I'll have to go with the weird drive, 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 simply because I already have tinnitus, so I might be able to just treat it as a really effed up version of tinnitus and survive it.
Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, I think I still have to stick with the drive, drive, drive one as well, even though it has been driving me nuts all week.
It's now stuck in my head anyway. So.
Oh, well, that's good. At least it's stuck in your head as well now. So.
Yeah, I'll have to clear it out with some Coldplay.
And I'll have to clean it out with a bit of Lily Allen.
Yeah, just torturing ourselves. Yeah.
Right, so now we've cleared that up and we never have to think about that again, hopefully. until the next time. Have you got any Codswallop this week? Because I have got quite a few, and I've also got a Salty Tadpole interaction Codswallop as well.
Well, my only Codswallop, it didn't particularly impact upon me in a terrible manner. Just a hell of a thing to observe. So it's a driving one, which will surprise no one. I come back, I think I visit Dad, and I saw this in front of me. So I'm driving fine, there are no issues. The Mercedes in front of me is driving fine, there are no issues. We're all obeying the rules of the road as best as we can, knowing that we are both superior drivers in our German vehicles. And all around us is wrong, which probably means that I shouldn't have been overly surprised by what happened. But suddenly this Prius just indicates, pulls in front of the Merc at such close quarters. I do not know how there wasn't a crash. And then,
oh, God.
So the Merc's honking. But then we all start having to get onto the motorway. And this is no word of a lie. The Prius is doing 40 miles an hour.
Oh, my God. In
that.
Which lane?
On the motorway.
Yeah, but which lane?
Just pulling onto the motorway. Thankfully, not on the we'll call it the fast lane.
Okay.
We all managed to get past, but I was just like, "Holy shit! There's going to be a crash. There's got to be." Because whoever was driving this car, and I didn't have a look at them, was oblivious to everything. Absolutely oblivious to everything on the road. It was.
Were they an older person as well? Or were they,
well, that's the thing. I never saw. I didn't get a chance to look at them. I was more interested in just getting past them quickly. But yeah, that's some scary driving, because at some point there will be an incident of some sort with somebody driving that badly.
Yeah.
But hey, we're not all perfect. But I suspect when you're driving like that, you shouldn't be driving.
No, I agree. I definitely agree with that. And to be honest, I think sometimes people actually driving slowly cause more accidents than people driving.
It does.
I mean, obviously, people driving fast causes accidents as well. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think it actually probably is the fact that it causes more accidents when they're slow. Yeah. So, well, that's frustrating. But at least you got to pass them on the motorway. At least it wasn't just like one lane.
And the lesson to all the Salty Tadpoles is, if you're going to pull in front of somebody, give them a bit of warning rather than just whacking the indicator on, moving out, and leave more than a foot between you and the vehicle behind you. Yeah. Because how there's no crashes beyond me. But hey, it's all good. But I'm intrigued because you said you've got several Codswallops that have got your goat.
Yes.
So let's hear.
I have.
It wouldn't be a talking Codswallop without She-Hulk.
No, exactly. Gem Hulk, I'll have you know.
Gem Hulk, yes. Gem Hulk.
Well, obviously, first one is that my computer is playing up a little bit. So, but we don't want to talk about that right now because at the moment it's behaving itself. So, yes, let's keep quiet when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean. Well, one of my Codswallops is unfortunately our wonderful Salty Tadpoles, because
shocking.
I tested them this week or last week, and none of them nipped. None of them actually took a bite of the apple.
Yeah,
and
I think I know what you tested them with as well.
I did. So every week I write a description in the show notes and, for Podbean, for all of the apps. Mm-hmm. And, it takes me a lot of brain power to write them, but, I don't mind doing them because I think, well, at least that helps. It helps us when promoting it as well, because we just sometimes copy and paste. But, at the same time, it also reminds us what's on the episode, but it also is supposed to give you guys, the Salty Tadpoles, the information to actually know what's on the episode. So, I mean, but at the same time, I'm probably guilty of this myself because I don't read them very often either. So I can't really blame you guys very much. But on this week's description, I put, P.S. Gemma knows her audio sounds echoey. She's bummed about it, but you should have heard it before. Then you'd appreciate her efforts. Steps are in place to rectify for future future episodes. Gemma says, sorry, Tadpoles. And then, PPS. Gemma writes these descriptions, right? Unless they're boring, then James writes them. Ha ha ha. I love you really, James. And then followed up by PPS. For the love of God, subscribe to our podcast already. And then it follows up with PPPS. Sorry, that was impolite of me. And then it follows up with a lot of P's and an S. No one ever reads these, right? Head to our social media at Codswallop Pod on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook to let Gemma know you read them. If I have no one respond, then I will cry and I will know that you don't read my funnies. Oh, boo! And you guys let me down. No
Shocking.
one, not even one person turned round and said, oh yeah, I read them.
You didn't even get a Gemma done fucked up comment, did you? Like, it's just written really, really badly. I am rather saddened by that, because I read it. I knew what it was all about. Maybe I should have commented as a listener, but technically we had you salty tadpoles on reading duty, so to speak, for that one.
Yeah.
You failed us miserably.
Yeah. But
so I
told you about it, James. So
you did. So I couldn't really comment, but I just want to say that not only have you let us down, you've let yourself down.
Yeah,
we're very disappointed in you.
I know.
Very disappointed.
I know. So this week, I'm not going to bother putting anything in the notes. I'm just going to go blah, 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 blah. Check us out for more information at... We'll see. I might still actually write something because, like I said earlier, it does actually help when we're advertising the episode because, it reminds us actually what we have written. So there we have it. The other codswallop that's mine is that I went round to see my brother at the over the last couple of days. So I did actually do something else, and that was very nice. Saw his wife as well.
Did he make you listen to Coldplay?
He loves Coldplay, so he would have done that. So yeah, but he didn't. He knows my views. So, but the codswallop that I have with regards to him is how crazy untidy his PC dashboard is. So James, I imagine that you're probably like this.
What? Messy?
Yeah. Not messy, not necessarily, not necessarily messy outside of this sort of scenario, but okay. His with regards to his dashboard on his computer or his laptop or whatever, he has got so many saved files on the top that I was just like, oh my God, that's giving me anxiety. You need to sort your life out, mate. You need to get folders. You need to put stuff into folders. I need to sort that. Because I've got a bit of OCD and I'm like, you'd never know. But, yeah, I wouldn't.
I'd have no idea.
No, exactly. But, yeah, I was just like, oh my God, you need to sort your life out, mate. That was too many, there was too many not folders, but like the saved Word documents and stuff like that on his, on the actual sort of PC. I think it's called a dashboard, isn't it? But, yeah, so it was just unbearable. It was a bit too crazy for my liking. And, I got him to take a photo of it, and some of it's confidential. So I'm going to have to blank out the names of it, but I will show you the picture. I'll show you the picture without blanking it out, but for social media purposes, I'll blank out actually, I'll do it right now, James, so that you can actually see how crazy it was.
Cool. I mean, I do try and keep everything folded so I know where things are. It just makes things a little simpler. I just try and keep stuff in specific folders that are named so I know exactly what I'm looking at. Things like, plots to overthrow and run Codswallop on my own. Oh, sorry, shouldn't have read that one out loud.
Exactly. Well, you can do that if you like. I mean, you're still not done giving me any marketing ideas, so Right, ready? I've sent it to you. It might freeze everything on our recording, but there we have it.
Holy crap.
Okay.
That's a lot of stuff. That's too much.
That is, isn't it?
It's too much stuff. Yeah, that'd mess me up myself.
I was like, honestly, I cannot cope. I had to get him to close down the, what's it called? Close down his computer. So it's just like, I can't look at that anymore. It's like when I'm on Teams, cause that's the system that we use at work. And sometimes you have to do like share screens and stuff. If anyone's got like unread emails, and obviously if it's in the inbox, then fair enough. But if there's like in the other folders that they're kind of like putting stuff into, I'm just like, oh my God, why have you got a number 13 next to, you know, I don't know, Graham's folder or whatever it is, you know, you clearly don't need that to be unread. You need to just click a button and just read it and then get rid of it. And it'll be lovely and clean.
I've sent you an example of my page.
Okay. I'll use your... Okay. I'll have a look at yours then. That's what she said. Oh, yours is beautiful.
Yeah, it's simple. There's not. Yeah. That is literally what it is now. There's pretty much nothing there.
Yeah, that's exactly what mine is, pretty much. Okay, well, I take it all back. Then I apologise that I made the assumption that yours would be as crazy as my brother's. So I do apologise. But yeah,
I'm looking at the picture again of your brother's thing. It's just too much stuff. That messed me up, I'm afraid, because visually it's not.
It's chaotic.
It's chaos. It's too difficult. My brain doesn't like that at all. It really doesn't.
No, no, my brain doesn't like it one bit either. So, I mean, my brother doesn't really listen, but Lee, if you're ever listening to this episode and you wonder that, you know, if your sister's gone mad or whatever, she hasn't necessarily gone mad. I mean, she has, but she's also got somebody else who agrees, and I'm almost certain that there's going to be a lot of other people out there that agree with me as well.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to be honest, because you don't want to like have a go. But yeah, I think it's too much, Lee. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's a, boom moment.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So he needs to sort his shit out is what we're saying. Sort your shit out and sort your life out at the same time, mate.
Wow. Harsh.
I mean, I can say that. I'm his baby sister, so it's all good.
I can't say that at all.
No.
I can't bring comment upon that. I know nothing on that point.
No. I mean, you could say whatever you like because he doesn't listen, so it's all good. But yeah. I can't even get my own family to listen, let alone other people. So, there you go.
Bring all I will say is this, bring order to the chaos that is your desktop. You will feel better.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I think you need to have a nice clean space and then it's all good. So
I've actually used the time while we're talking to actually just like tidy mine up to make more of a... Because I realised there were gaps where I could actually put them so they're next to each other and move things up. So I've done that now. It looks better. Oh,
James, me and you are so much alike. Like I said, I'm sorry that I doubted you earlier, but, we are so alike.
I'm okay with it. It's all right. I'm just tidying stuff up myself now.
Okay.
There we go. That's better.
Good. Well, also, as long as you concentrate on what we're talking about as well at the same time. Oh,
absolutely. Yes. I'm listening.
Right. So I think that I did have another Codswallop, but, it's probably not that important because it's been forgotten. But moving on to our Salty Tadpole Codswallop. This is from Jamie Westwood. And I asked him to send me the full story. So he has. So that we can have an idea of what's happened. So.
Wow. Hello, Jamie.
Hi. That's Jamie, by the way.
I was going to say, you sound higher than normal, Jamie, but...
Right. So, Gemma and James, this is my Codswallop this week, as requested by Miss Williams. Mm-hmm. Next month is my daughter's 11th birthday. So, as she is taking an interest in makeup, as well as being a Harry Potter fan, I would get her some Harry Potter branded makeup. I found 3 sets that were great for her on the Boots website in their 3 for 2 offer, which obviously is perfect. I ordered the items, choosing click and collect because, sod paying for postage. Anyway, went down to Boots to collect the items. As I am about to walk towards the till to be served, there's a massive power cut, and we are all told to evacuate the building. It seems a little bit extreme, though, to evacuate the building when it's just a power cut, but there we have it. I suppose actually no, for security reasons, as in that people can't steal stuff and whatever. I just remembered it is Birmingham. Ooh. Sorry, Jamie, I love Birmingham, really. So after about 20 to 30 minutes, we are all finally allowed back in store so that I could collect my parcel. So far, so good, minus the power cut. Due to the power cut, I was running late for work, so I power walked home, walked through the door and opened the box so I could put it with the presents that he'd already got her. But inside was not 3 items of Harry Potter makeup I had ordered, what he had ordered, but instead I found ... 1 item ... a breast pump.
Imagine, can I just say, Jim, if you think you're upset and shocked and confused, imagine how the person who needs the breast pump must feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Makeup? I didn't order this.
Exactly.
I don't even need this.
My husband left me the other day because I don't look good, and is this his idea of a funny joke?
Wow, that Gemma just you just noticed Salty Tadpoles and Jamie, obviously because this is your story. I had a bit of humour. Gemma took it dark.
I did. I took it the dark way. That sounds really dodgy.
Is that a euphemism? Something the dark way?
I don't know, but it might be an episode title. Took it the dark way. Wink. I am aware. He carries on to say, I am aware that I have big old man boobs, but Boots.com, I can assure you that they do not lactate. I did tell him, I did pre-warn him that there will be mockery, so feel free. I phoned the number listed on Google, which rang for so long it rang out. After having to go through several press 1 for sort of options, I tried their online chat, who eventually told me that they couldn't help me and to ring a different number to the previous number that I tried. I did that, and after several press this number for such and such options, it yet again rang out. There's a little bit more left.
I honestly expected him to say, I kept, doing what it asked, press 1, that it just disconnected, which is what does happen.
Yeah, I get that quite often, or I've had that quite often with other things. The following day, I went to Boots, who they attempted to solve my problem by phoning their direct line to head office. It took them 40 minutes to answer the phone. According to the member of staff, they are having lots of problems with people having the wrong item delivered, which is an absolute joke. Like a typical British person, I have sent a strong email of complaint to them, to which they will probably won't reply. Also, for those who are wondering, to save the hassle, I told my daughter this story, not telling her what I'd actually ordered. And once I explained that the breast pump was... once I explained what a breast pump was, because she's only 11 or 12, I can't remember because it's been such a long story. Sorry.
11, but yeah.
Yeah. She was mortified and definitely doesn't want one. And he ends with, dearboots.com ... Fuck you!
I feel his pain on things not quite working out with the things you wanted, Look back to my flight experience. Jamie, I would suggest you shame them on Twitter, companies love that. It'll make them feel, happy about themselves. And I'm pretty sure they will respond far quicker if you actually just shame them.
Unless it's a certain airline that cannot be named.
Oh,
or
yeah.
can be named.
If it's Euro, I'll name them. Euro, we don't give a toss.
Yeah. It's just I couldn't remember what they were called. So, but yes, that one. But yeah, that was such a pain in the ass, wasn't it? But there we have it.
That it was.
Half solved now. So there we go.
Half solved, yeah. I still think we could probably, but anyway, it's not my story, it's Jamie's story. Jamie, I would suggest you get on Twitter and maybe with a bit of humour, the same wonderful humour you put into that story, because I think that will go down even better and just get it resolved. What I can't get my head around is this. Why can you not just go to a store and say, I'm sorry, it's the wrong thing. I'll leave it with you. Can you replace it?
No, exactly.
Why need to get head office involved? You should just be able to go in and go, here's the issue. This is definitely not what my 11-year-old child needs.
Yes, thank God.
Definitely not. Yeah. Not at this point, not at this juncture. We just wanted makeup. So, I'm just a little lost at the fact that you can't just, resolve it by going to the store. But hey, if it doesn't get resolved soon, Jamie, let's have some fun on Twitter. All of us can keep retweeting. Yeah,
absolutely. And I mean, if you want to take a photo of you using the breast pump, that would be quite funny too.
I mean, clearly, Gem's come at this as a completely different angle than I have. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to shame Jamie if he wants to use that. I'm pretty sure from the way Jamie's described it, he doesn't want to use the breast pump on himself. But I'm not going to shame him if he wants to.
Oh, I'm not shaming him. I'm just enjoying the idea that, a man can use a breast pump thingy if he wants to. Anyway, digging the hole. Bye. But no, you do. Jamie, that it's all coming from a jokey place. So, James, stop twisting my words.
Yeah, being very serious, ignoring the perversions of Gemma, I will just say this, Jamie. I hope your daughter has a wonderful birthday. I hope she does get whatever other gift she wants, and importantly gets Harry Potter makeup, and I hope it can resolve quickly.
Are you trying to get back into Jamie's good books again or something? Have you upset him recently? Or
I was never in Jamie's bad books.
I vaguely remember there being a beef between the two of you at one point.
We've buried the hatchet.
Good. So, good. It's about bloody time,
very
but
deep,
good.
About 27 foot deep in a field.
Oh, well, I mean, I was going to say, did you want to do a story of the week and we'll sort of wrap up the episode? I know it's a bit of a short one, but like I said earlier, I just don't want to carry on chatting and then it be like, none of this recorded.
Well, I'm hoping it has recorded. I've heard a few moments of crackles, so let's power through.
Yes.
So, story of the week. I think you're going to like this.
Got that.
I think, I know I'm just going to sigh when I put my head in my hands. Even though I've already read it once, we'll see what you think as well. So, okay. Salty Tadpoles, if you're all sitting comfortably, I shall begin.
Okay.
We can all get lonely, can't we, Gemma? But this article illustrates to me why loneliness sometimes just needs to stay as loneliness, and mental health problems need to be addressed. So, a woman who befriended a seagull is left shocked after he trashed her home, took a bite out of her nose, and smashed one of her veneers. Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. A woman has revealed how a seagull became her best friend during lockdown, only for him to trash her home for taking a bite out of her nose. Hayley Billington, who lives in West Sussex, got out of bed when she heard a crash from a balcony on the 29th of October. The 41-year-old started filming the gull as it began to vomit all over the flat and knock over pieces of furniture. It wouldn't have been the first thing I would have done, that's for sure.
No.
Miss Billington tried to pick up the bird and get a photo with it until the seagull took a bite out of her nose and smashed one of her veneers. After throwing him out of the window, she was left with a bloody nose and was forced to superglue the veneer back in. The video, which was published on TikTok, received more than 2.3 million views as thousands of commenters expressed their enthusiasm. Ms. Binnington said, "I knew what the noise was straight away. It happened loads of times." Okay. I think it's funny. I just think it's funny. I'm a pretty chilled out person. If I was any more chilled, I'd be in a coma. I really just don't care.
A bit like us with this story.
No, I'm pretty sure you do, love, because you were daft enough to sell your story to a newspaper.
Yeah.
Because he was in my hand, I decided to give him a cuddle before I let him go, but he pecked me. I think he was annoyed because he wanted the potato wedges. He bit my nose. I threw him out the window and suddenly my veneer was in my mouth. I was like, "Oh no, what's happened?" You've been attacked by a seagull woman. I've had to book a dentist appointment, but I've got some super glue for now to try and stick it back on. He really, really hurt my nose. I've got a cut. I've got to keep putting cream on and making sure it's cleaned properly. He cut all the way from one side underneath and inside the nose, as well as down the middle on the other side. So I've got this snip on my nose. It's all scabby and bloody. I'm fine though. It'll go away. Despite the attack, there was no love lost between the two, as Bernie, the seagull, returned to the window 5 seconds after being thrown out. The bird watched from the window as the former hairstylist tidied up his mess. Miss Binnington, who lives 3 floors above Bernie's nest with wife Betty, first became best pals with the seagull during the summer of 2020. The two have an affectionate relationship, according to Miss Binnington, as they often hold hands and the seagull is usually happy to be touched. God. I just want to put my head in my hands and scream as soon as I read that part. The modern... I'm going to swear, fucking hell. So this next part. The modern day Snow White feeds her gull partner in crime daily, even going as far as to order him a breakfast delivery, despite previously being fined £150 by a building manager for feeding the birds. Ms. Binnington said, "I'm his friend. I think he pretends to be my friend because he wants some food, but I think he loves me, really. It was during COVID years and everyone was indoors, so he became sort of like a new best friend. He's one of the only people I see, really. I see him every day and I see my mum once a month. I've collected the feathers he leaves on the windowsill. I'm going to make a dream catcher out of them." On TikTok, one commented, "This is my favourite part of the article. This is such an incredible relationship you have with him. He's sassy and I love it." A second said, "What a giggle. Naughty Bernie, ha ha." A third fan of the mischievous seagull wrote, "The way you speak to him just tells me all I need to know about Bernie's chaotic lifestyle." No, you're all mental. Seek help.
Yeah,
However,
100%.
These are the people I think we're going to side with. However, some suggesting Miss Binnington should be more careful with holding a wild seagull who could cause her even more serious injury. One said, "What did you expect? He's being a seagull, not a pet cat." A second added, "Let him go, bro." I think it's meant to be bro, but it's written like someone's had a stroke trying to say bro. Another wrote,
that's like slang. That's like slang for bro is bruh.
You don't pick him up like that. Next time, try getting his wings to his body, then holding him with the wings next to his body. A fourth said, "I was waiting for it to peg your eye out." I mean, peck. "They are wild and will do it in a second. Gotta be more careful when handling them." Oh, dear God. So there are pictures to do with this, and even I, who's not a huge fan of like birds, I don't go around grabbing them. I recognise that, you shouldn't hold a bird the way she's holding it. And frankly, I'm very worried for this woman because there's a picture actually being bitten by it.
Oh, God.
It's a seagull, lady. It's a bird. It has a very sharp beak. It kills fish. It's not your friend. If you are that desperate for company, get a cat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the fact that she's already been fined like £150 because she's already been feeding other birds and stuff like that. So that's probably why she's done this article, so she can actually pay off the bills. But,
Yes.
That's insane. That's insane. Crazy lady.
the picture of it biting is not pleasant at all.
No, they're bloody vicious, I tell you. It's just I think they're actually probably one of the vicious birds out there. I mean, obviously in this country, I'd say, rather than you know, I know we have like eagles and stuff like that, but they're pretty vicious too. But yeah,
stop feeding it chips, which is what she seems to be doing on this picture she's taken with it.
Yeah,
and worrying. It was very worrying for this woman. And to be fair, as somebody who once worked in housing, you're going to get in serious trouble with your landlord if you keep doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just in general, you are as well. And then it only takes one neighbour to complain, doesn't it? So, yeah.
Well, I think there'll be a lot of complaints now if you daft to the national press with it.
Yeah, and put your face on. Put your face on the paper.
A comment someone's put is, doesn't you realise how stupid this makes her look?
Sorry, I took a mouthful of drink then, so I did laugh. I did a little snorting laugh there. Oh my God. Yeah, we would definitely be the negative side of things, wouldn't we?
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
No. Yeah, she'll be there at A&E. It's taken my eye out. What did you expect? It's a seagull.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, dear. Well, James, I think that's an incredible way to finish this episode. What do you think?
Birds of a feather flock together. I agree.
Indeed.
Stop stealing my lines.
You've only got two. Indeed.
Yeah. Indeed. And sweet.
Sweet. Well, in that case then, James, I think we've been talking enough Codswallop this week. I have been Gemma.
I think I'm still James.
Yeah, you sound like you still are.
That's a good sign then. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I am still him.
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah. We hope. And there hasn't been too many crackles, to my knowledge, at this point. But then I keep saying stuff, like I said last week. I know we are supposed to be gone, but we're not. We're still here. But like I said last week, I said, oh yeah, like Bob's not familiar with clean feed. And then I listen back to my audio and it's all echoey. And I'm still beating myself up about the audio sounding shit. So I do apologise, everybody. And I wish it wasn't my audio. I wish it had been somebody else's audio so I could shout at someone, but I can't. I can't shout at myself.
You can. Just go and stand in front of the mirror and shout like the crazy seagull lady.
I mean, I could, but then, I don't want to be like the crazy seagull lady. That's the only problem.
That's true, you don't.
No.
You really don't.
Let's go, shall we?
I think it's the safest option.
Yeah. Let's see if we've actually got an episode to put out now. So if you hear this, Salty Tadpoles, yay, well done. If you don't hear this, Salty Tadpoles, then, well, you didn't hear it. Me and James had fun there.
We did.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
No. Okay, so bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.